Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
It's showtime.
Welcome to Friday Night Lights. I am Tommy, and I'm by myself, and it's 11 o'clock at night. For everyone that's wondering, what in the hell happened to you guys? Y'all supposed to start at 8:30. Well, I live in Detroit, and we've had some really bad weather. And I lost power for about a day and a half, guys. So, it was rough, and I wasn't going to come on because I didn't think I was going to get power. My power came on at around 9 o'clock. And by the time I set everything up, here we are. So, yeah, it's late night edition. And Mikey is not with me tonight because he is sick. So I am riding solo tonight. So I appreciate everybody that's here late. Scott Blakely, damn, I know it's late, but I'm here. I'm here, and listen, I'm gonna do this as best as I can by myself. Listen, I've gone solo before, but it's late. I've had a rough 2 days with no power, so bear with me. Mark, man, what's going on, brother? I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that's here. I know, man, right? It's time for bed. I get it. Oh man, dude, we had tornadoes touch down here in Michigan, so it was pretty bad. No damage really over here. A couple trees fell on some power cords, but yeah, we got some paper thin power lines over here. So let's get to this, man. Bills, Bears tomorrow. What is your guys' thoughts on the starters playing? I am not good with it. I know a lot of y'all may have, or some of y'all may have a mixed opinion on that. I just think it's a bad move by Sean McDermott. And listen, guys are going down right now, especially on the offensive line, left and right. I do not need another starting offensive lineman or even even really reserve, but they got to play. But a starting offensive lineman going down, not good. Yeah, I get you. Hey, guys, so listen, tonight's your night, man. Hit me up with questions or whatever. What was it? Tonight might be fun to do a pinch run off for my service. Yeah, Mark, hey, man. Listen, if you want to pop on, send you a link. Anyone is welcome to join me. Y'all know that. Let's see. Amy in the house. Thanks for being a workhorse, Tommy. I know. I try. And tomorrow, guys, by the way, the game's at 1 o'clock. What up? What up? So, what's your guys' thoughts? I want to hear from you. What is your thoughts on the starters playing tomorrow? I don't like it. Tommy, I see the starting offense for 2 series and the starting defense for 2 series. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, I think we did this a few years back. I believe we went out for a series. I think this is when we were doing 4 preseason games. I could be mistaken, but I think McDermott has done this in the past. Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. I don't know. How do I send you the link? Mark, how do I get your info? Like to send you the link? Send me, you got Twitter? Or what's your Twitter handle? I'll send you the link because I don't have your info, bud. Tell me what you think about us offering a trade for Trey Lance, but Dallas made a better offer, so they got him. They're not happy with Allen too. Yeah, I didn't hear about us offering anything for Trey Lance, but good for Dallas. But let's be real. Like, would that move the needle for us? Like, I don't care about that, Scott. No offense, like to Trey or we need a middle linebacker. We need offensive linemen, right? I get the backup quarterbacks suck here in Buffalo right now, but it's the last of my concern because I'm really hoping Josh Allen stays healthy. You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick, guys. I don't want to see the. Yeah, I don't want to see it either. Bills 48, Bears 7. I don't have a troll. Are you on stream? No, I'm on Melon, man. Shoot me your email on here. I guess that's the only way I could do it. I could send you a link through email or Twitter, but you don't have Twitter, so email. So I mean, I don't know if you feel comfortable on here putting your email, but that's up to you. But anyways, guys, so listen, yeah, if I'm Brandon Beane right now, and I think this is what he's doing, to be honest with you, he's not doing any trades. Okay. He's waiting for cut downs, which is next week. And he's going to pick up guys that are being cut, right? Guys that are no use to a team. Maybe there's some good players that get cut from teams. Potentially a middle linebacker, some offensive line depth. But I don't see Brandon Beane making any trade. Let's be real. He doesn't do trades. He'll trade a player from our team, but he doesn't trade for players. Very, very rare. Let me get to some of your questions. Time of starting. I'm not stating opinion. It happened. They actually offered a trade for Lance. Yeah, I get it. I'm just, I understand what you're saying, but I could care less. What does that do for us? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, we got Trey. Let's say it went through. Let's say hypothetically. Let's say we got Trey Lance as a backup quarterback. Wow. That does nothing for the Buffalo Bills problems, real problems. What are the real problems right now? Middle linebacker and offensive line depth, right? Shell retired, right? Tommy Doyle's out for this season. McGovern got hurt in practice, and he, according to McDermott, is we'll see day to day, I guess, week to week. I don't know. So, did you see my email? Give me 1 second, Mark. What did you send me? The simple? What email did you send it to, man? I don't got any email from you, bud. Hold on. Let me see if I got any spam here. Hold on. Nah, bro. I got here. I'm gonna shoot you my email. Hold on. Give me a minute, Mark. I'm gonna write to you here, okay? I don't care. Y'all can have my email. It's on there anyway. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Right there's my email. Shoot me an email, and I'll send you back the link, man. So let me get to some of your guys' questions. I'm sorry tonight. I'm solo, guys. Usually I have Mikey doing this part for me. So I want Knox to play only a few snaps. Bubble wrap J17 29. Yeah, listen. Knox does need some playing time. He didn't play last week. He barely played week 1. Yeah, he definitely needs some playing time. There's some guys that I want to see out there, obviously, like Jordan Phillips. And by the way, Jordan Phillips will be playing tomorrow, so that's good. Like we need to see certain guys back on track, right? Jordan Phillips is one of those guys. When he's healthy, he's a rock star, right? But that's a big win, right? Right? He hasn't been healthy for a while. So we need that dude to stay healthy for this season because when he is on, he's on. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Can you do a shout out from my channel? Yeah, bro. Spears Bills Talk, man. What's up, bro? I honestly, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had a channel, but is it Spears Bills Talk? Guys, go hit this dude up. Subscribe to his channel, man. I apologize. I didn't know. Yeah, man. Mikey got sick on Mikey was not feeling well Monday, I think it was, and he came on, and I had a feeling that he was not going to be able to show up to this podcast. But I didn't think I was going to show up because I had no damn power. So. All right, so let's get back to this game, guys. So y'all know, listen, the one thing I've been hearing and getting a lot of messages is from people asking me, like, oh my God, about last week, right? Oh, you guys look so bad. And, you know, what do you think about Dorsey's play calling? I said, bruh, you guys got to understand, this is preseason, right? It's all vanilla play calling on offense and defense. This is for players to make the 53. This is for players to earn positions. This is for coaches to evaluate. This is what this is all it's about, right? And obviously, to see what problems we're having at certain positions. Middle linebacker, right? Right tackle might be a problem. I thought Spencer Brown would step up this season. Well, mind you, the season hasn't started yet, but he's shaky right now. I got to be honest with you. He's very shaky. And it does concern me because now who is the backup right tackle? Because it would have been Shell, and now it is who? Quessenberry, who I don't trust at all. Not good. Not good. So we are in a little bit of not panic mode, but Brandon Beane needs to be doing something. And there's been trades being made, by the way, this week. I believe the Cardinals traded offensive tackle for a 7th-round draft pick. Jones, I believe his name is. Could have taken a flyer on him. Why not give them a 7th round or a 6th round? We have 11 picks next season. And Brandon Beane is holding them all like they're golden. It frustrates me, guys. It frustrates me because I love Brandon Beane. I love what he's done for this team. But you have to take a gamble here and there. You have to roll the dice with your picks sometimes. And you got to make trades here and there. You got to give up. Sometimes you got to give up your picks to make your team better. And he doesn't do it. Very, very rare. And I think it really sets this team back at times because most of the good teams do it, especially midway during the season, during the trade deadline. They make a trade or two to get that team over the hump in the playoffs, right? For a playoff push. The Chiefs did it, right? We don't like to do it. I don't get it. It's so frustrating, bro, because some of these guys are going for 6th round, 7th round picks. You can make that move, man. You can make it. But I think right now, Brandon Beane is waiting for players to be cut, and he's going to just pick who he can. By the way, we're 28th as far as like what selection we can. We get to pick 28th. So it's not like we're picking right away. There's 27 more teams that get to choose a player before us off the waiver wire. Not good. All right, let me start getting to some of your questions. By the way, Mark, I did not get your email. I shot you my email. Ryan Van Denmark is back up at left tackle. Bates, Edwards, and Bacher inside, and I love Richard. Yeah, Richard Garage is playing better, no doubt. But once again, we haven't seen him against, 1s and 2s, right? You kind of seen them against 3s and 4s. So that doesn't, tell you much. Denmark is interesting. I got to say, he has been playing with the 1s and 2s, and he's looked sharp at left tackle. Right tackle, forget about it. He's terrible at right tackle. Don't even put him at right tackle. Left tackle, cool, no problem. I'm good with it, right? Right tackle, no bueno, my friends. Edwards is a solid guard, no problem. Bacher, I don't know, man. He was on my bubble to begin with, but he may make the team because of the injuries. I don't know, man. Let me get some questions. I apologize, guys. I'm by myself, so it's tough for me to navigate everything. I think it's hard. It's hard, tough love for them to let part of the family go. Time to pull the trigger. Let's go, Buffalo. Yeah. Listen, man. I really believe that Brandon Beane needs to start making some moves in the trade department, man. You have to start getting some depth, quality depth in here. You cannot keep getting these, let's face it, bums off the street to fill in. It's just not going to work, guys. So tomorrow, Bills, Bears. Listen, there's going to be position battles tomorrow. Middle linebacker is going to be interesting. Who are they going to start the game, right? Are they going to start Klein? Are they going to start Dotson? It's between them two, right? Terrible. Awful. This is not good. And I told y'all from the beginning of the offseason that it was a mistake with the Dotson thing. And I had a feeling the way they were talking about Dotson early on, Dotson was going to be the guy week one. I just had a feeling. I had a feeling that Brandon Beane was not going to address the middle linebacker position in the draft or in free agency, and he sure enough did not. And it's totally backfiring. It's backfiring on him, and Dotson is not the guy. And neither is Klein. Klein is terrible pass coverage, and so is Dotson. Bernard is decent at pass coverage, right? But once again, very limited NFL experience, right? And he's dealing with a hamstring injury, soft tissue issue. Could be a problem all season. Got a problem. Got a problem. There's always bums off the street, Scott. We pick them up all the time. We just pick one up, actually. Kyle Allen. Yes. So Kyle Allen, QB2, QB2. He is. And by the way, Matt Barkley's hurt. So you're going to see Josh Allen in this game, probably a couple series, and then it's going to be the Kyle Allen show. And I'll be honest with you, even if Barkley wasn't hurt, I think Kyle Allen is the better quarterback. That's not saying much. Kyle Allen is bad, and so is Matt Barkley. And I like Matt Barkley, but he's bad. Let's be real. I'm sorry, Nickel City. Man, I'm sorry if I just got my power on. Like, I've been living through hell the last 2 days. I'm good. 1 to 2 series. Get some good mojo going into the season. Got to get them things right at least. Yeah, man. I guess I'll be honest with you though. I'm not digging it, man. I am not. I don't want to see them play. This is what I want. And this is what I said last week. I wish that I was hoping for that the starters would not play. At least the majority, the main ones, right? Allen, Diggs, most of the offensive line, and work on the damn penalties, prepare for the Jets, right? That's what I wanted. That's all, right? Because let's be real. Last week, Allen looked fine. Diggs looked fine. Gabe Davis was making great catches. Dalton Kincaid looked great. Osiris Torrance looked great, right? Now, Deion Dawkins, not so great. Fine, throw his ass out there, right? But everybody else looked fine. But what was the problem? Penalties, right? Boneheaded mistakes. Work on that. I don't need to see you in there week 3 preseason versus the Bears. I don't. Scott, Tommy, you're very negative on the Bills. I'm confused. You say you don't judge preseason. No, I'm not at all. Not at all, Scotty. You got the wrong guy. Listen, I just said in the beginning, I tell you what preseason is all about. However, you got to be real. And if we're talking, because I don't know what you're saying I'm being negative about, but if it's a middle linebacker position, Scott, let's be real here, please. The middle linebacker position right now is bad. It's real bad. And it's backfiring on Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott for not going out and getting a middle linebacker, at least a free agency, a quality one, right? A veteran, somebody, right? Other than AJ Klein. Trust me, I'm telling you, Scott, And it's not just me. And it's not about preseason. Listen, Dotson hasn't been good all camp. Let's be real, right? Klein's been okay. Dotson during preseason, not very good, right? Got pulled last week early for Klein. They put him back in later in the game. I'm telling you, man. But it is what it is. And I don't see us picking up a middle linebacker in time to learn the defense anyways. So we're going to have to go with one or the other, you know? I know, but listen, Trey Lance, it would have been cool, I guess, as a backup. But guys, once again, what is Trey Lance going to do for the real problems that we're having heading into the regular season? Offensive line help, right? Depth and middle linebacker, right? Those are the main concerns right now for the Buffalo Bills, not backup quarterback. I know it would have been great to have a backup quarterback, a young guy like a Trey Lance, who, by the way, y'all acting like that guy has, showed, that he was unbelievable in San Francisco. He was okay. So is he better than Kyle Allen? I guess. Yeah, probably. But he's still very raw, young. He's made a lot of mistakes with San Francisco, right? I didn't think he was the guy there anyways. So now you can get a guy next year in the draft, guys, a backup quarterback. Let's be real. My guy, what's up with y'all tonight? Man, late night, man. I just got on, man. My power was out for like 2 days almost. So, yeah, bro, Shane Ray, man. God, I feel bad for that dude, man. I was rooting for that dude. So they officially released him. So I think he can sign when he gets healthy somewhere else. So Shane Ray is gone. I think they gave him, they bought him out or something like that. I forget what they call it. But yeah, so he's now, when he gets healthy, he could sign with another team, or he could sign back with Buffalo, I guess. But yeah, he's not here no more. Scott, I'm just reading through your chats. I'm sorry. Bills name. Yeah, I know, but I don't think, listen, if I'm the Buffalo Bills, this is what I'm doing. And they're not going to do it, but I would really consider starting Dorian Williams this game at middle linebacker. See what he can do. Because let's be real, he's been the best linebacker in preseason, right? He's had the most tackles. He's looked the best out of all the linebackers, right? Because I'm excluding Matt Milano because Matt Milano really didn't play much, right? I would like to see that. They're not going to do it, though. They won't do it. But I would like to see it, right? Or Taylor Rapp. Move Taylor Rapp to linebacker, middle linebacker. Listen, they were going to do that in LA with Taylor Rapp. I'd be more confident with him at middle linebacker, but I don't know. Let me get some of your questions. I'm sorry. What would have been interesting if Detroit had not drafted middle linebacker Campbell? Yeah, Jack Campbell from Iowa, and he was there when we picked. Listen, I'm happy with the draft. I'm not going to complain about the draft. Like, I'm cool with the draft. Like, I love Dalton Kincaid pickup. I love Osiris Torrance. Like, the draft actually worked out well. Like, I was mad at first when we drafted Kincaid because we didn't get offensive line help, but then we winded up getting lucky and getting Torrance in the second round. So I was kind of cool with how everything's, broke down. But the fact of the matter is, I don't think they were ever going to get a middle linebacker in that draft. I think they were sold on Dotson being the guy and possibly Bernard battling. And Bernard looked good early on in camp, but once he got hurt, it set him back. And then Dotson took the lead. And then now Dotson has underperformed in preseason, really in camp. And now Klein is the guy. Listen, here's the deal, man. I think this is what they're going to do all year. I think it's going to be like a rotational thing, in my opinion. Y'all can think what you want, but I think it's going to be game by game. You're going to see a different middle linebacker starting. It could be Klein 1 week. It could be Dotson 1 week. It could be Bernard 1 week. I don't think there's going to be a guy that's a solid starting middle linebacker for the whole season that starts every game. I just think that's how it's going to be. until the offseason when they find either draft a middle linebacker or go and get one out of free agency. But right now, that's what I expect. I still expect a few trades. Yeah, but listen, Brandon Beane doesn't trade much. He doesn't trade for players. He'll trade our players away and he'll stockpile picks, but he doesn't do a lot of trades for players. Just doesn't do it. And you got to remember too, our salary cap is not the best. So anyone he's trading for would have to fit in that cap space, right? Or they'd have to figure something out. And I got to say too, another thing that's interesting, the running back position and Harris. And we just picked up a running back. God, I forget his name, from the Jets. And they're saying it could be very possible that Harris gets cut. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't think so, but it's possible because they're really liking what they see from Murray. So we'll see how that works out. I told y'all when we signed Harris that it was a good signing, but a very risky one because the guy doesn't stay healthy. And look, he's already hurt, right? So it'll be interesting to see what they do come cuts. I'm really curious what they do. I'm sorry if I'm missing your chats. Scott, would you offer Elam? Oh, all right, let's see what Mark's saying. By the way, Mark, you never emailed me, man. I would have sent you the link to pop on, bro. Scott, would you offer Elam, Shakir, and our second to Colts for Jonathan Taylor? Even if we're paying for 2023, only get a third. So listen, Shakir, by the way, too. Man, I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of rumblings that he may not make the roster, which is wild to me. I think he does, but Elam, I got to be honest with you, man. The Elam, I might do. I might trade Elam away. And a second to Colts. The problem is this: he would be a loner because they can't afford him, and I don't even know if they can afford him this season because I think the cap on him is still like what 10, something like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one, man. And is the running back position our real problem? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Could the Bills trade for Taylor from Indy? Well, Trey Lance is gone, by the way. Trey Lance got traded to the Cowboys, so that's not happening. But listen, anything's possible. But every time we're in any kind of trade talks or we're interested in a player, it never happens, guys. I'm telling. Name a player that we've been like tied to that actually we got like none. Like I really, honestly, dating back way back years, like our names are brought in, but it never happens. Never happens. He just doesn't do it. He doesn't pull the trigger for trades. Very, very slim chance. Diggs, yes, but I will say this. Diggs was during the season of 2019, and it didn't happen. And then they winded up doing the trade in the offseason. So, yes, I guess Diggs would be the last one we were kind of tied to. But to be fair, we were tied to in the season, and that died down, and nobody really was talking about that in the offseason, and then it happened. So there really wasn't any like big talk about Diggs to Buffalo in the offseason. It just happened. So I don't even know about that. Von Miller, I don't know if you're talking about, but that wasn't a trade. We picked him up, and there was no source on that. Got to stock up those picks for more special teams player. I know, man. Like, dude, we got 11 picks next year. Like, you can barter some picks away for some players. I'm just saying. Now, obviously, I'm playing armchair GM. Listen, I get it. Like, every time you trade for a player, they bring a cap with them, right? They bring a salary. I get that part. Like, it's easier said than done. Diggs was an accusation, not a trade. Go Bills. No, it was a trade. They traded Amy. They traded their first round, remember? Traded first round in Minnesota. Minnesota got Justin Jefferson. So I don't know. I'm confused on that, unless I'm missing something. Tommy, we pick up 3.7 by moving Elam and Shakir, restructure Dawkins. Yeah, I know. You could, right, restructure Dawkins or White and make it work for this year. Allen, Diggs, and Taylor would be. I agree. Listen, Jonathan Taylor, no doubt about it, is electric. He is one of the best running backs in the NFL. No doubt. If he goes to any team, he's making that team better. No doubt about it. But once again, you see what you just wrote there? That's a lot, right? And you know that Bean doesn't really want to do all that. I'm just throwing that out there. Now, if they're thinking Shakir is not going to make the 53, and Elam, if they're thinking Elam is just not the guy in Buffalo, maybe, I guess, but I still don't know how they're going to redo the contract, because I'm going to tell you right now, usually with a player like that, if he's going to make that move, they're going to want to do an extension with Taylor right away. Like, they're going to want to work a contract. So I don't know. Listen, I don't do all that stuff, the number stuff. I'm just telling you the truth, how that works, man. Let's see. My thoughts are just don't let Boogie or Shakir go for nothing. Yeah. Listen, I've been saying I think Boogie's the one that would be traded, but now that Shakir is supposedly on the bubble, yeah. Listen, I think Shakir is going to be a good receiver in the NFL, and I think other teams see that too. So if he's on the bubble, are they planning on cutting him? Yeah, you got to get something for him. 100%, you got to get something for him. Tommy, now add Davis, Kincaid, Knox, along with our depth. Yeah, I agree. Listen, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Shoot, you want me to be real? I would give him James Cook and Kyer Elam and a second round for Jonathan Taylor if they extended him. That would be the only way I would do it. And y'all might say, oh my God, James Cook. But let's be real. Y'all, Jonathan Taylor over James Cook, I do it all day. All day. Right? And they might do that and take not take a first, take a second or third, because they're getting James Cook, who's potentially, could be a star running back in this league. Maybe. I don't know. But at least they get a running back in return, right? I don't know. Just throwing that out there. If you can get a good linebacker, I personally say bye to Dawson. Drops. Nah, they're not going to get rid of Dawson. Dawson ain't going anywhere, bro. Yeah, Scott, I think they're going to keep 7 receivers. They're definitely keeping 3 tight ends, so they're keeping 3 running backs, and they're definitely keeping Gilliam. So I agree with you on that. I don't think so. I don't think we should trade Knox. They just gave him an extension, a lot of money. He's a good player. The only thing I would say about Knox is, man, the dude has been very unlucky with injuries. Constantly hurt, bro. Like, I don't know what the deal is with him, but you got to be on the field, bro. Like, because I'm expecting a much better year from Dawson Knox if he can stay healthy. Let's see here. Mark, the only reason I wouldn't trade Cook is if Taylor is a 1. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't trade Cook if they were just bringing in Taylor for once, for only this year. No way. Forget about it. But I'm saying if they would work on an extension somehow, I still don't know how they would do it. They'd have to do a lot of restructures and extensions for other players. But if they could extend him, get him here for, let's say, 3 more years, then yeah, 100%. I would trade Cook in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think twice about it. No, Knox ain't going anywhere. Knox is not going anywhere, and I think he's going to have a good season this year if he can stay healthy. Once again, staying healthy is the key for a lot of these players, man. Like, you know what, man? Like Damon Harris. Like, if Harris could stay healthy, that's a great pickup, guys. He is a really good running back, but once again, staying healthy is the key. Guys like that, man, that just can't. Like, man, Knox, Harris, like. Got to stay healthy, bro. So Let me see here. Oh man, super chat from Carl. I appreciate it. Taylor. Don't they only have? Yeah. So exactly. So they would have to. And by the way, Carl, the cap. I know it's real, but there's always ways around the cap. Let's be real. There's always ways around it, right? Brandon Beane has been doing this for years. He will tell you every offseason that we are broke, that we have no money, right? Don't even think about, we're not getting any kind of players in the offseason. It's not going to happen. We go sign Von Miller, right? And 10 plus players, right? There's always a way, right? So don't always get caught up in the cap thing, because if he really wanted a player, any GM, they can make it happen. You get what I'm saying? It happens all the time in the NFL. Now, I'm not saying, go out and spend crazy money and get yourself in a big hole, right? And then, 2 years from now, we're dumping the whole team because we can't afford any of them. You got to play it smart. And I think Brandon Beane's done a very good job at that, but there's always a way. Okay. So don't get it twisted up when it's like, oh, the cap. Like there's always a way. But I listen, I don't think it's going to happen. I doubt they even made the call. You saw what happened with, Hopkins. It's not going to happen. I would be shocked. The cap is not real. Yeah, listen, the cap is real, but there's so many ways around it, right? You know what I mean? I think people get caught up with the whole cap thing. I really do, because there's always a way around it. That's what the best GMs do. They figure it out. They slide contracts down the road. So if they really want a player, they can get it done. Let's be real. Mark, Tommy, here's an interesting set of stats. Hardy and Sherfield averaged 5.6 drops, and McKenzie, Crowder, Kumaro averaged 10.2 drops. Better catch rate, more first downs, greater TOP, better. Listen, I told y'all about Trent Sherfield, right? Oh, yeah, Ty Johnson. Thank you, Nickel City, because that's a player I was thinking about. But I told y'all about Trent Sherfield. I told you guys when we signed him that he was a sneaky signing. That is a good player. And, man, I'm kind of disappointed we only signed him for 1 year. He already bought a house here in Buffalo, like he's planning on staying. So hopefully he has a good season, which I think he will, and they get an extension done with Trent Sherfield, because I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to surprise a lot of people. He's already has a good rapport with Josh Allen. And I just, listen, the guy is going, by the way, too, not afraid to throw blocks out there. He's a team player. He wants to win. He's young. Yeah, man, like dude has good hands. I told y'all, man, watch out for him. Hardy is interesting if he can stay healthy. Once again, he's such a small player. He has an injury history. We'll see how that works out. But listen, Sherfield is the guy. I think that's the sneaky signing of the offseason, in my opinion. I think he's going to put up some really good numbers for the Bills. Let's see here. By the way, yeah, Ty Johnson. That guy, we'll see what he does in preseason, but he could be the reason why Damian Harris gets cut. I'm going to be real with you guys. I could be wrong, but already getting hurt, it's not good. He has no preseason. Harris had no preseason already. He's not getting used, familiar with the team, familiar with Josh. We can get out of the contract. I think you lose a little bit, but you could cut him. And I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Don't be shocked if you see Harris gets cut, man. I'm going to be real with you. Ty Johnson got buried in the Jets top chart. Yes, he did. But I know he actually played pretty well for them until he got hurt. But I agree with you. They had a hell of a running back room there, but he's not bad. He's not bad at all. He's a third down back. I'm curious what he does in preseason. Very curious. But they got a real listen. Brandon Beane has a lot of choices to make here, man. This is not going to be easy. Next week is time to cut some players, man. And I'm very curious who he's going to cut, because there's guys I feel like he could trade away, like we were talking about earlier in the chat. If you're not going to keep Shakir, if you're not going to keep some of these guys, Boogie Basham, you can get something for them. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I'm very curious what he does here. I like Foreman too, man. Foreman was solid. That was a good pickup. Yeah. Very good pickup. Next week. I forget the date, but I think it's Wednesday next week is the deadline. I could be wrong, but I think it's Wednesday next week. Somebody check that for me. I'm pretty 29th. Am I right? Is it on a Wednesday or Carl? 29th. Let me look. I swear it was Wednesday. Tuesday. Okay. My bad. So I was off a day. So it's Tuesday's cut down day. Isabella gets claimed. I don't know, man. I think Isabella might make the team, guys. I didn't listen. I thought no way Andy Isabella was going to make the team when we first signed him. I thought no way in hell. But the way he's played on the offense has been surprising. Very surprising. He's looked good. I got to be real with you. Kick return, not so good. Nothing impressive. But on offense, I think they like what they see, especially out of the slot. The dude has some good moves. He has some speed. He has some good hands. Very interesting player. And I think they're starting to see that with him. And that's kind of why Shakir may be the guy on the bubble, though I kind of disagree. I would rather keep Shakir over Isabella, but maybe they just really like what they see from Isabella as a weapon. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's a mistake. I would keep Shakir. I got to be real with you guys, but we don't really have anyone to stash on IR outside of Shakir. Now, they could do that with Shakir. You are right. They could put Shakir on the IR so nobody could claim him. They could do that. But will they? I don't know. Yeah, McGovern, man, that is not good, by the way. I haven't heard any updates on McGovern's injury, but it doesn't really sound good either, the way that McDermott talked about it in the press conference. That's what I'm trying to say. Man, listen. But I got to say, too, David Edwards, I like his game, too, man. So I think he could step up. But McGovern going down, that hurts us, man. That really hurts. Andy second round, Shakir fifth. Yeah, but listen, Andy second round, you see how his career has gone. It doesn't matter about where you were drafted. It's about what you've done. I think Shakir has done more, I'll be honest with you, his rookie year than Isabella. Isabella has like no film, like very little film on him. Yeah, I think Shakir has a higher ceiling than Isabella. I got to be honest with you. So I don't really care about where they were drafted, but I will say what I've seen in preseason, he is interesting in the slot. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Pro Bowl, yeah. So I don't know if you guys talking about Hardy. Hardy was an excellent kick returner, punt returner for the Saints. So, yeah, no, he's making the team. He's making the team clearly for. Listen, Hardy's making the team regardless for special teams, no doubt about it. So I don't know, man. This preseason game is going to be interesting, man. It really is, because I'm curious to see if Isabella's out there with Josh and is Shakir out there with Josh. Like, I really want to know who's out there with the ones. It's going to tell you a lot early on. And also, I got to say, too, if Osiris Torrance is out there with the ones again, which I already think he's going to be the starting right guard. I told you, by the way, I told you guys all off season that I would be shocked if Osiris Torrance is not the starting right guard week one. And it's sure the hell looking that way. And if Torrance starts tomorrow at right guard, you have your answer. He will be the starting right guard week 1. But I already feel that he's going to be starting right guard anyways. But and I got to say too, I would be very upset if Ryan Bates is our starting right guard week 1. That will be a very bad move by Sean McDermott and that coaching staff if they do that, which I don't think they are. Yeah, I think the longer we can hold off and Von, the better. Yeah, so listen, I think I'm good with that too. I think Von Miller needs to come back like week 6. I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, if we didn't get Leonard Floyd, I might say, bring him back. Hopefully he could be back week 5, week 3, week 1 even. But Leonard Floyd, who's averaging 9 sacks over the past 3 seasons, is an excellent pickup. And he could fill in perfectly for Von Miller. I have no problem. He's a veteran. Gregory Rousseau is going to have, in my opinion, a great season. So having a vet like that on the other side of Gregory Rousseau is perfect. You don't need to rush Von Miller. I would say week 6 after the London game, Von Miller comes back for the Buffalo Bills. And even if you want to wait longer, I'm good with that too, depending on how the defense is rolling up to that point. Because I think if the defense is rolling going into week 6, I still don't know if I'd rush him back. I still might hold off on putting Von Miller in there that early. I'm just throwing that out there. Tommy, if Barkley has a damaged elbow, do we reach for... Oh, God, I hate Carson Wentz. I can't stand Carson Wentz, but yeah, I guess. I mean, listen, I don't know. I'll be honest with you because he's such a terrible locker room guy. Like from everything that I've heard, he's like a cancer in the locker room, right? I don't know if I'd want him in the locker room, but I will say this. Let's wait for cuts because there's going to be some quarterbacks out there. And yeah, I think Brandon Beane will wind up picking up a quarterback that's out there that gets cut. But I don't like either one of our backups. I don't like Kyle Allen. I don't like Matt Barkley. Even if Matt Barkley was healthy, I do not. He would have been practice squad anyways, in my opinion. But I think, Kyle Allen, I just do not trust. So, but that is the least of my concern. I got to be honest with you. Backup quarterback is the least of my concern for this team. And listen, I don't have that many concerns. I honestly don't. And the main concerns I have, everybody knows, middle linebacker, offensive line. And it's offensive line depth because I feel like Deion Dawkins, now, of course, McGovern getting hurt, that's not good. But if McGovern could come back, hopefully, that line right there has played well in preseason. Dawkins, McGovern, Bates. Dawkins, McGovern, Morse, Torrance, and Brown, who's a little shaky. But I feel like he can still be better than what he's shown. I felt like he's done well. He's done okay in preseason. But I do like that line for now. But yeah, we got to get better depth. That's no doubt about that. Oh, what am I missing here? Dawkins needs to step up big time. Yeah, man. Listen, Deion's so weird, bro. Deion sometimes has like these Pro Bowl, All-Pro type games, man. And then he has games where he just can't get it right. He's jumping off sides, holding, right? Like stupid penalties. And he's done it throughout his career. And it's like, I don't understand. And I don't know if it's because he just hasn't had a quality guard next to him. I don't know, but he has to step up because if he doesn't, it's going to be a long season. Let's see here. Number one concern for Bears game is I want to see a clean game, no penalties. Yeah, bro, I agree with that, man. And by the way, the penalties, I guess this week they were doing laps, like for people getting penalties. Last week McDermott was just pulling guys out. He said this week they were running laps. Here's the deal, man. This team's a veteran team. I'm not too concerned about the penalties. I don't think we're going to have crazy amount like last week, right? They're going to clean that up. You guys also got to know, you know, it's preseason, right? They're going to make mistakes. They're a little bit of rust going on there too. So we can give them a little bit of a pass. This is a veteran team, like I said. I think they'll get it right. But I still don't feel comfortable with the starters playing, man. I really don't. Like I said, I feel like the starters should be getting healthy, right? And getting into the film room and getting prepared for week one, in my opinion. And let the other guys battle it out. Let guys try to earn their position, earn their spot on the roster. Let guys that are trying to fight for position battles go out there. I don't need to see Josh Allen. I know what Josh Allen's about. I don't need to see Stephon Diggs. I know what he's about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not totally comfortable with these starters going out there. But I already talked about that. What's up, Tommy? I'm joking. Bro, listen, my power was out 2 days. And I just got it back on. And Mikey is sick. So, I'm on here solo. Fast food breakfast. Come on, dogs. Go Bills. Yeah. Amy. Oh, man. Today I woke up at 8 a.m., by the way, because I was hot as hell in my house. Never wake up at 8. I wake up around like 9:30. And I had to get the hell out of the house, man. And I went and got McDonald's breakfast. Or whatever, man. I was in AC. I was happy. Not sure how old you are. Like early 2000 Bills, super good. Taco jump off sides a lot, but always held up. Yeah, listen. I've been watching Buffalo Bills since 1989, bro. So I'm pretty old, bro. Let's see here. Let's see what I'm missing. I know, man. Golly, Josh. I don't know, man. I don't listen to tomorrow. Once again, I could give a shit if we win or lose. Right. I just want to see the penalties, a lot less penalties. I want to see a little bit a cleaner football. I want to see more from the middle linebacker position. Right. Like, can Dotson step the fuck up? Right. Listen, by the way, too, I know what Klein is about. You're not going to see anything better from Klein. Guys, you're not. Klein is exactly who he is. Okay. So don't think that all of a sudden Klein is going to change and be the man. Like, he is who he is. Dotson, however, maybe he, gets a spark and plays back. I don't know. I'm hoping. And Bernard hopefully can get back on the field sometime soon. But that's very important. That's something you guys should be watching. Offensive line, you should be watching, especially right tackle, right? Like, these are things you should be watching. Running back, you should be watching. A lot of stuff, man. Dotson's not going to get cut, man. Not going to get cut unless they pick up a middle linebacker that gets cut and they feel like he's a better addition. Then I can see it happen. Wouldn't that be crazy if they wind up cutting Dotson, the guy that they had all this faith in, that they rolled the dice in, rolled the dice on in the offseason, and they wind up cutting him? Like, oh, that would be epic, man. That would be crazy. Hope Elam plays well. Yeah, the problem with Elam, listen, I like Elam, man. I do. It's just he's too handsy. He's too physical, and it's cost him, right? Penalties, holding. He's done it since his rookie year. They put boxing gloves on him in practice because he kept holding, right? That was his rookie year. Then he got into a fight this year with Diggs, and Dorsey had to go out there and tell him, bro, you can't be doing that. You can't be holding. And what happens to that preseason game? Holding, right? He's just, something's going on there. I don't know. He has to fix it. I know he came out and he talked about, the mental side of things, because he's always been the best football player, throughout high school and college, or one of the best on his team. And it's not the case right now. And it's maybe mentally, it's kind of messing him up because he's just not getting it right. I don't know. I'm not him, but it's not going good right now. And right now, Dane Jackson is leading the bunch, man. I'm telling y'all, Dane Jackson is going to be CB2. He's going to be CB2, and I think Christian Benford's is right there behind him. I think Kyer is way back there. So until he can, until Kyer can fix that problem, he will continue to be way back in the line, in my opinion. That's how I'm going. It sucks too because he's a first round pick, man. And I really want him to work out, but right now it's not looking good. Second year and he's way back in the line, not good. Match had a rumors starters playing to appease Diggs, who says McDermott's too soft. Man, guys, that's another thing. Y'all watch my video, by the way, on the McDermott thing, which, by the way, was just I just trimmed out a part where we talked about McDermott and the juggling act. I don't know, man. Guys, I am nervous. I got to be honest with you. I am nervous this season for Sean McDermott doing both defensive coordinator and head coach. I got to be real with you. It's a lot of pressure on this dude. He already has a lot of pressure. And not only that, the whole Diggs situation in the offseason, and let's be real, I told you guys from the get-go, this wasn't a Diggs-Allen issue. This was a Stephon Diggs, Sean McDermott, and other coaches' issue, right? It was a coaching issue. And I think it just boiled down to Stephon Diggs saying, yo, I've trusted the process since 2020. And we had the team, and we were almost there. Why do we keep hitting this wall? And why can't we get over the wall? Is it leadership? Is it what are we doing wrong here? You're the head coach, right? Like, that's what Sean McDermott's job is, guys. He's the guy he's the leader, right? He is the head coach. He has to lead the men. And I think Diggs wanted to know what is going to be different in 2023. And I don't know. Like, guys, and I think him taking on defensive play calling is such a weight on his back, man. And if things don't go right, I don't know, man. There's going to be a lot of talk. And trust me, he's going to hear it. And he's going to hear it from the media after games, right? So I'm not bugging out now because the season hasn't even started yet. I'm just saying I'm concerned. That doesn't mean I think that McDermott can't handle it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just concerned. And I think that's okay to be concerned for a coach that's never done this before, that a lot of coaches don't really do that, right? There's some out there, but there's not a lot. And I think he's the only defensive head coach calling defensive. That's a defensive coordinator that's doing both. And like I said, once again, man, there's nobody else to point the fingers at this season, right? If the defense flutters, especially in the playoffs, there is no Leslie Frazier to point the finger at. It's going to be McDermott. He's going to get the heat. And that, to me, that's a lot of pressure. And he knows this. And I just hope that it doesn't affect his coaching, is what I'm saying. I just hope he could juggle both and be a good head coach and a defensive player. You know what I mean? Like, I worry a little bit about that, guys. So we'll see how he does. But I don't think he's starting the starters tomorrow because of Stephon Diggs or anything. I just think he's doing it almost maybe because of what happened last week with all the penalties and the sloppy play. And maybe he's just trying to just have them go out there and do a reset of last week. You get what I mean? Does that make any sense? So he's having a reset of week 2 and week 3, right? All right, let's try this again, right? All right, guys, can we do a drive without penalties, a clean drive, and score a touchdown? Okay, and then that's it. I'll pull you. You know what I mean? I think maybe that's what he's going for. Because other than that, I couldn't tell you why any of the starters will be playing. It's pointless. So the only thing I can think of, like I said, is it's a reset of last week to get these guys right. I guess. And I'm sorry if I'm missing any of your questions, guys. Yeah. Let's see here. Tasser says, passively punishing weaker players when stars screw up can be effective punishment. It's possible. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Maybe tomorrow is a reset game for week 2. And he just wants to see a clean drive. And if it's a clean, listen, I'll be honest with you. If it's a clean first drive, right? First series, clean, go out, go score a touchdown, they may sit the starters right after that. Boom, done. You know what I mean? Now, if it's a sloppy first series, then I can see them going again for a second or third series, right? But I will say this, if tomorrow is sloppy again like last week, yeah, it's a little concerning going into week 1. I'm not going to lie, because then what is going on? Because this is the same unit pretty much. This isn't like we're a rebuilding team. We got all these new players. Like Deion Dawkins been here since what, right? 2017, right? Josh Allen, 2018, right? Stephon Diggs, 2020. Mitch Morris, 2019. Like, these guys have been here a while. Like, there should be no excuse for jumping off sides on a hard count by Josh Allen. Like, I'm just saying. Like, so they need to clean that up. No doubt about it. Oh, man. Let me see here. Let's see here. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything, guys. You earn getting the day off your right time. Yeah, so I'm telling you guys, maybe that's what it is. And maybe that's, so maybe, you know what? Maybe it's not such a bad thing to have them go out there and do a reset of week 2, basically. Because that was a shit performance. Let's be real. Listen, once again, it's preseason. So I'm not totally sweating the outcome of the game. I could give a shit. I could care less if we go 0-3. There's been plenty of teams go 0-3 and win a Super Bowl. There's been teams that go 3-0, 4-0, like the Lions, and go 0-16 in the regular season. So it doesn't mean much, but I want to see cleaner football, especially from the starters. And last week, I think was just awful. So as far as clean, right? Just everything. It just seemed like we were just out of sorts. So maybe, just maybe, McDermott wants to throw these guys out there and, like I said, and do a reset. It's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, man. Hey, you be good. Guys, go to his YouTube channel, man. Good dude, always here. I appreciate you, man. And it is late, and it's very late, and I'm up here at midnight. This year's schedule, Harborside harder. Yeah, bro. Listen, the whole, but I want to tell you this. The whole AFC East, though, the schedule is tough. It's brutal. We all have brutal schedules. So there's no excuses. We all have them, right? We all have brutal schedules. The AFC East is probably one of the toughest, if not the toughest division in the NFL. It's not going to be easy at all. But once again, we are 3 times AFC East champions. And until somebody else says otherwise, until they could prove that, you know, and I'm talking about the Jets, the Dolphins, the Patriots, until they could prove that they can knock us off, I don't want to hear all the talk. And it's crazy that people are picking the Jets and the Dolphins, and then all of a sudden the Bills have fallen off a cliff. And you got Chris Broussard saying that Sean McDermott and this coach staff and all, there's no true leadership and we're dysfunctional. And you got Stephen A. Smith saying Diggs wants a trade after week 2 preseason. You know, it's so funny to me. If we would have won week 2 preseason, I guarantee that when he wouldn't even bring it up. I promise you. But because we played lousy, he had, of course, Diggs wants out. He wants to be traded. And I'm glad, by the way, I'm very glad that Stephon Diggs came out and said, where's your sword? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, go kick rocks, right? So, yeah. And Chris Broussard, by the way, has always been a joke. It's been a joke for a long time. So I don't, you know, you shouldn't take anything, you know, what that dude says, you know, serious. That goes for most of the national media. And it's funny, like, I always respected, like, Colin Cowherd, and I'm starting to lose that a little bit. And it's not because he's hating on the Buffalo Bills. It's because he just says some dumbass shit lately. And it's like, he's like following this train that of these other guys. And he used to not really do that. And now all of a sudden he's following the same stupid shit that everybody else is doing. They just want to jump on the bandwagon, get clickbait. It's crazy to me. So look, once again, this is how it works with these guys. Buffalo Bills, let's say we start off hot, and then they're going to be picking us to win a Super Bowl. This is the way it works. And then we lose a couple games. Oh, we're the worst thing ever, right? So I don't listen to them, man. Go to other Buffalo Bills channels. Stick with mine. Go to other Bills content creators. Get the truth from real fans that actually watch the Buffalo Bills, that actually study the film, right? That know this team for the most part, right? I'm sure there's some channels that don't, but I do, right? And yeah, man. Don't pay attention to the outside noise, because right now it's all noise. And I cannot wait for week 1 Monday Night Football. Can't wait. I cannot wait. Bring it on. I'm so fucking pumped up. And listen, what you're seeing now is not going to be anything we're going to show on week 1. I promise you. So anyone talking about how Dorsey already, because I've already heard that talk. I'm like, yo, stop it already. And by the way, Trent Sherfield even came out. If you guys watched his press conference, what he did with the media, he even said, yo, I've been on a few teams already. And I got to say, this playbook is one of the hardest to learn. Like, it's a crazy playbook. So I'm telling y'all, Ken Dorsey has a plan. And by the way, too, he also said he has a plan for everyone, which he loves. So everyone has a part of this offense, right? And I love that. And I think you're going to see a much better Ken Dorsey year 2. And I didn't think he had a bad year 1. Y'all might think that. I don't think that. I think being a first-year offensive coordinator, he did a very good job, especially with the bad offensive line, with wide receivers that were not making plays other than Stephon Diggs. And I still felt like we were second. I know we were. We were second in the NFL in offense, so you can't really complain that well. And I think this year, with the additions that we got with Trent Sherfield, Dalton Kincaid, Stephon Diggs, y'all see what Gabe Davis has been doing in training camp and preseason so far. I think we're going to have a very, very good offensive year this year. And you're going to see just a more dynamic offense. And I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see Ken Dorsey's playbook. And you're going to see also this offensive line hopefully stay healthy and protect Josh Allen longer than 1 second, right? Where he can actually go through his reads and find his targets and make some plays. And we got some playmakers, guys. So I'm very excited to see what this offense can do now that we got a good offense. Oh, I'm hoping a good offensive line, and we got some playmakers on offense. So yeah. But as far as pickups, guys, we'll see what happens when cut downs happen next week on Tuesday. We'll see what Brandon Beane does. As far as trades go, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. I've been saying that. Brandon Beane don't do trades, y'all. So it is what it is. But anyways, guys, I've been blabbing on here for about an hour, and I had nothing to go on. I literally just quickly right, like scheduled the show and went on. And I wasn't going to even do it, but I'm like, you know what? I got to do it. I never miss a Friday Night Lights. I appreciate y'all joining me tonight. Thank you. Once again, I'm sorry if I missed some of your chats. I'll get to them real quick. We were 13-3. I can't complain about that. 100%. Good news. Middle linebacker, one of the easiest positions. Yeah, I agree. But you still got to find somebody. Blab on for another hour, Derry. Dude, I am so spent. I've had no power for like almost 2 days, bro. I'm literally just I'm on fumes here, bro. So yeah, man. So listen, I might go live tomorrow, guys, after to do a post game. And normally I wasn't, but now that we're doing this, they're going to play the starters. It will be an interesting podcast. So I think I might go live tomorrow after the game. So if I do, it'll be directly after the game at 4:00. So if you guys are home and you guys want to talk Buffalo Bills football tomorrow, more than likely I will be on here tomorrow talking about how the game went. Okay. So Bills Mafia, hey, I love you. I appreciate you coming on here tonight, hearing me blab on, and we will talk tomorrow. And Amy, enjoy tomorrow's game. Tommy, and good luck with your electricity. It's on now, so thank God. Thanks for going above and beyond. Yep, and Mikey, man, hope you feel better if you're watching this, brother. I love you guys. And Bills Mafia, you're the best. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace. And I got to hit end stream.